Hello, and welcome to the Non-Bartender's Guide to Bartending. My name's Brett, and I'm not a bartender. Now, this show is for those of you that are not bartenders either, but you want to get good at making delicious cocktails. If you are a bartender, why are you watching? In any case, for the rest of us, today we're going to be making an old-fashioned. An old-fashioned is a classic cocktail, and if you want to get good at making one cocktail, this is the one you're going to want to make. Now, I've had a lot of time during shelter in place to experiment with a number of different cocktails and a number of different ways to make different drinks. I've had a lot of trial and error. Frankly, the error is kind of the fun part. But today, we're going to eliminate the error for you. Today, we're going to make a delicious old-fashioned. We're going to start by putting a little bit of ice in our shaker. This is Penelope the Penguin Shaker. Say hello, Penny. Hello. All right, well done. So we're going to take a little bit of ice. 2-3 pieces there should be fine. And we're going to start off by using some simple syrup. A little bit of simple syrup. I like to use this, makes it a little easier. We're also going to take this guy here to measure everything out with. So this top part here is 1 ounce, and we're just going to take this here. We're going to squeeze out 1/4 of an ounce. Only 1/4 of an ounce. Any more than that, and it's going to be too sweet of a drink. So we do that. Pour it in. There you go. Next up are bitters. These are Angostura aromatic bitters. So we're going to do a couple of shakes of that. 1, 2, good to go. Now, the good stuff. We're going to make this with Woodford Reserve Kentucky bourbon. This is a delicious bourbon that I like to use. And so we're going to take this and we're going to use 1 ounce. So we're going to fill this guy right up to the brim. 1 ounce. You know, if a little extra happens to spill in there, oh well, that's okay. Now, what I also like to use is Mount Gay Black Barrel Rum. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what? Rum in an old-fashioned with whiskey? Are you mad? Yes, I am. It's also going to be delicious. So here we go. We're going to do 1 ounce of that as well. 1 ounce of our Mount Gay Black Barrel Rum. In it goes. Now we're going to take our little spoon here and we're going to stir things up, maybe about 20 seconds. The stirring, really, what that does is it just kind of cools everything down. It makes it nice and cool in there. So our drink is cold. 20 seconds or so should do the trick. All right, there we go. Put the top on, take Penelope's head off, and pour it right into our rocks glass. All right, there's that. You're gonna want a little bit of ice. You're gonna want a lot of ice. I like to use a nice big piece of ice here like this. If you don't have a big piece of ice, something round or square, go ahead and just use a lot of ice. Lastly, we're going to garnish it with the orange peel. I like to use a little potato peeler, but there are some fancy bartending tools that can peel stuff off. I'm just not that fancy. So we're going to use this potato peeler here, and nice and easy. Get a little piece off there like that. Give it a little squeeze. And we're going to wipe it around the rim of the glass there, get some of the oils on there. Drop that guy in there. And there you have it, an old-fashioned. Now, some people like to, you're probably wondering, why didn't he muddle up the fruit? Why didn't he muddle up the cherries? Some people like that. That's totally fine. I respect that. I just don't personally like it. I like my old-fashioned nice and clean. And this is about as clean as you're going to get. Now, this old-fashioned, it's going to pair with any type of music at all. You can listen to anything with an old-fashioned. But because it's such a classic drink, we're going to go with something kind of classic tonight. We're going to go with a little Thelonious Monk. So, me and Thelonious, we're going to enjoy a little evening together. And for now, this has been the Non-Bartender's Guide to Bartending. My name's Brett, and I'm not a bartender. Cheers.